Okay, I ended up screwing up the original intro I had for this video, and I am not doing this skit again tonight. I am just too tired, and I really want to get this video out. The gist of it was me basically asking you to help me piss off as many fans of this show as possible by sharing the link or whatever, it's not important. So I apologize for this rather lame replacement for the skit that I did. Also, I apologize for this jarring jump cut that's about to happen. Other than that, hope you enjoy the video. So, I love how this episode started, simply because it helped establish and prove my point what a bullshit line Mando said in episode 2 when he told the mechanic that going fast is what keeps him safe. Obviously, no, it isn't. There's no way the Razor Crest is even going sublight speed. The Razor Crest is literally damaged and puttering along, yet, oddly enough, is still safe. Thus, proving my point that the line of Mando saying going fast keeps him safe is bullshit. So, thank you, episode 3, for proving my point. We have the obvious stupid where, the ship is plummeting and Mando is giving the Frog Lady instructions, and of course, the Frog Lady understands. But, I love this. So the ship is plummeting to the dock, right? And this is hilarious. I love this. Okay. So the show is trying to establish tension that the ship might crash, right? You had Mando and the Frog Lady panicking and concerned over the fact that, they were going to crash and hit. Except, here's the beautiful part. The people on the docks who can see the ship crash, like the ship is literally coming down on the dock like a meteorite. But the people on the dock don't care. They're literally unconcerned with the fact that there's a ship plummeting like a meteorite. You had that one Calamari guy just kind of standing there, literally watching the ship plummet towards him. It's like, well, hey, show, you can't establish tension if one group of people are concerned about crashing, but another group of people aren't concerned about crashing. It's as though the people on the dock already knew ahead of time that the ship wasn't going to crash, so there was no reason for them to flee. This is, oh my god. How can you establish tension when you got two groups of people reacting differently to... The show is amazing. How do you miss this, writers? Hey, Jon Favreau, you're supposed to be a director. How do you miss the fact that the people on the ground where the ship is plummeting like a meteorite, having no way of knowing that it's going to actually, stop in time, bravo, man. Just absolute lazy-ass bullshit writing of this show. I love it. Then we have it that Mando was talking to the Calamari guy and going, can you fix my ship? And I love this. Mando, we end up finding out that Mando hands him 1,000 credits. Where the hell did Mando get all this money? Like in the previous episode, he gave 500, I'm assuming, credits. Why the show couldn't have the mechanic say 500 credits? Like what, is there like a word limit to the script? Why couldn't the mechanic say 500 credits? Whatever. So anyway, Mando has 500 credits to give to pay off the bet so that he can get the info from the mechanic. He's got 1,000 credits that he can give to the Calamari guy to fix this ship. He has who knows how much money he gave to pay off the restaurant owner to get information from the fisherman. Then Mando had money to be able to pay off the fisherman to, get him on his boat. Look, at least with season 1, Mando needing to get money was actually a plot point. It was actually part of the story. It was actually, Mando actually had to take jobs to be able to pay for fuel, to be able to pay for repairs. That was an actual story arc. In this season, screw it! We're just gonna have it that he has whatever money he needs, whatever. And Mando meets the frog husband, and of course the frog husband can understand him because of course he does. But okay, I have to cover this about the frog guy, the frog husband, because I love this. I'm going to be jumping a bit ahead, so I apologize. There's 2 things about the frog husband that are absolutely mind-blowingly, amazingly full of shit. Okay? Now the first one's a little convoluted and complicated, so bear with me. Okay. So, in episode 2, the reason Mando, was willing to taxi the frog woman was because she said her husband saw Mandalorians, and because of that, I at least was going under the assumption that it was going to be the frog husband that was going to lead Mando to the Mandalorians. The reason I came up with that assumption was because the frog woman said her husband saw the Mandalorians, so he obviously knows how to talk, where they are. Except, get this, the frog husband doesn't actually know where the Mandalorians are. He only knows someone who might know how to get information on where the Mandalorians are. So the frog husband, all he knows is that the restaurant owner might know where to find the Mandalorians. Except here's the thing. The restaurant owner doesn't know how to get information on finding the Mandalorians because the restaurant owner goes to the fishermen as if they are going to lead Mando to the Mandalorians, but the fishermen don't know where the Mandalorians are. So the fishermen don't know where the Mandalorians are. The restaurant owner doesn't know anyone who knows where the Mandalorians are. So why would the frog husband think or believe or come to the assumption that the restaurant owner would know when the show establishes neither the fisherman nor the restaurant owner know where Mandalorians are? So how did the frog husband, which led this entire merry chase in the first place, how did he think or know? They wrapped this bullshit in such convolution. There's no way you morons could have possibly caught that. And even if you did, it's not like you cared. But then we get the second aspect. It happens later on when Mando eventually meets the other 3 Mandalorians. And oh my god, am I going to get to that. When Mando is talking to the leader of the 3 Mandalorians, Bo-Katan, I think? Anyway, when Mando was talking to Bo-Katan, Bo-Katan says they're on Trask. No, they're not. They can't be on Trask. Because in episode 2, Mando was supposed to taxi the frog lady to the eastery moon of Trask where her husband was waiting. So why did Mando land on Trask when his destination was the eastery moon? Remember? Of course you didn't. But if they are on Trask, then why is the Frog Lady's husband on Trask. He's supposed to have been on the easterly moon of Trask, where he got the whole settlement, or the living conditions, because apparently it's supposed to be the easterly moon of Trask that is hospitable for her, spawn. Oops! Apparently not. This show can't even keep straight its script on where the hell the Mandalorian's going from one episode to the goddamn next. Are they supposed to go to the easterly moon of Trask, or are they supposed to go to Trask? Who cares? Whatever happens. It's not like you fans of the show care. Oh. The boat. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh my, okay. This is beautiful. Okay. So, Mando's on a boat. He's on a boat. I'm not going to get into all the stupidity of the boat, but whatever. So, the fishermen are, lied to Mando that they're going to bring him to the Mandalorians when all they really wanted to do was trap him so that they could steal his Beskar armor. Not a problem. I think that's great. I love it. So, oh, God, Lord have mercy. Okay, so they bat Baby Yoda's crib into the water pit where the fish creature is, and Mando dives in after. And instead of trying to, fight and kill the fish creature, or, try and save Baby Yoda, instead, he's, futilely, shaking the cage to, that's trapped them in. Doesn't use whistling birds to try and kill the people, the fishermen that are, doing the spears. All he's doing is, why? Why wouldn't he be fighting the fish creature? And isn't it convenient how the fish creature never actually went after Mando? Wow. Ooh, isn't that odd? And then you also see how Baby Yoda's crib is actually, ripped apart. Yet Baby Yoda's safe. Oh, how am I supposed to give any level of tension when the... Anyway, so Mando, instead of actually fighting the fish creature, because it's not like the fish creature was actually attacking him, why would the fish creature do that? It's not like Mando is trying to save Baby Yoda. After all, why would Mando try to save Baby Yoda? It's only, getting Baby Yoda, to his kind is only his quest, nothing big, right? And then, why would Mando, not be shaking at the cage that's trapped him in futilely, as opposed to, firing his whistling birds or pulling out his blaster and shooting the fisherman? Why would he do any of those things? But then, if that wasn't enough, oh my God, this is beautiful. So the three Mandalorians show up and, take out the fisherman, release Mando, who is a Mandalorian, takes him out of the cage. He sits down and goes, the baby is there. To even further establish the level of stupid and bullshit of Mando not fighting the fish creature, not saving Baby Yoda, not attacking, another Mandalorian dives in and does what Mando should have done in the goddamn first place. Because I'm thinking, I'm literally trying to give this show a shot. I'm literally trying to give this show a chance, going, maybe the reason Mando didn't fight the fish creature is because his weapons don't work underwater. Fine, I'll accept that. I'm going, maybe his weapons don't work underwater, that's why he couldn't attack the fish. Except the show then has another Mandalorian fight the fish creature underwater. My God! My God, this show is glorious. The level of brain dead, stupid, necessary to see that scene and not go anything, nothing, everything makes sense, everything works. You brain dead fanboys of this show are beautiful. You guys need to be on Ripley's Believe It or Not. Or like there needs to be a butter. There needs to be a butter named after you. I can't believe you're this fucking stupid. Oh my God. I love this. The show literally disproves my attempt at even trying to justify why Mando does it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. But then we get the three Mandalorians explaining how Mando's a watcher and how there's different sects of, the Mandalorians. Loved it. Not a problem. I thought that was great. Except, okay, the three Mandalorians save Mando's life. The three Mandalorians save Baby Yoda, the basis for his quest. Yet despite that, Mando still refuses their help because he doesn't consider them Mandalorians or whatever. I loved it. I'm going, that's great. That's great. Like, he's basically standing on either spite or principle or religious beliefs or whatever. I didn't care. It was great. He wasn't gonna, even though they were his last hope on being able to fulfill his quest, he didn't care. Just like how in season 1, Mando wouldn't do anything about droids, but then that was full of bullshit. And anyway, I'm thinking, okay, they're replacing the whole droid thing with these new Mandalorians, and I thought it was great. I loved it. But that was short-lived, because then Mando is back on the dock, and he's attacked by the brother of the fisherman. The three Mandalorians, all they do is help him fight. There's no way Mando couldn't have taken them out on their own. But now that those three Mandalorians helped Mando fight a fight he didn't need help in, now all of a sudden, okay, sure, not only will I listen to you, I'll actually help you. Like, this... I literally believed in this show. I literally thought this show was going to go, oh my God, they're going to give Mando an actual character, depth. This was actual depth to Mando's character thrown out within 2 minutes. Because, of course, the writers realized we have to have Mando allied with the three Mandalorians, otherwise we're screwed. So who gives a shit about character depth or character concept or anything that we just established 2 minutes ago? This show's going, we're just going to throw that all away because we have to have Mando allied with the Mando. Oh, yes. Oh, it's just so frustrating because it was actually an interesting... Anyway, it was an interesting aspect, but of course, the show had to, What are you doing? We can't have Mando not stand on principle. We need to... Oh, and if this show didn't invalidate the Mandalorian concept enough... Okay, so then Mando says to Bo-Katan or whatever her name is, I was hoping you'd help me by Creed. The show goes, Creed? Screw whatever we did with the Creed, because... the show has the Bo-Katan character go, no, but I'll help you in exchange for you helping me. This show just established that the Mandalorian Creed is bullshit. There is no Mandalorian Creed. Other than the only creed we now have established is the Watchers. So other Mandalorians don't actually have a creed? But if the other Mandalorians don't have a creed, wouldn't it make sense for Mando to go, well, why would I honor a group of Mandalorians that don't even have a creed? They're not even, like, the show has it that the 3 Mandalorians don't even follow the same creed as Mando. So why would Mando try? This show is beautiful. This show is literally destroying the very essence of the Mandalorian Creed by establishing there is no Mandalorian Creed. Oh, and then if that wasn't enough, the leader actually lies to Mando because she says that she can lead him to a Jedi. She'll lead him to a Jedi. Except she never intended to lead him to a Jedi. So is that the Mandalorian code? That's the Mandalorian. That is the way. Because what is it? I think because oh no, that's when later on she goes, I changed the deal, and you goes Mando goes to her and goes, you changed the deal, and Bo-Katan goes, that is the way. So wait a minute, show. Are you telling me that the Mandalorian code, that is the what is the way, is lying and deceiving to other Mandalorians? Because that's what you just did, you boneheads. You literally had Bo-Katan lie and deceive and change the deal on Mando. When Mando acknowledges that, Bo-Katan says, that is the way. So now you're establishing the way of the Mandalorians is to lie and deceive other Mandalorians. Beautiful. Great job. Love it. A+ job, you boneheads. And of course, did any of you notice? Did any of you fanboys notice? Of course not. Why would anything like the actual basis of the Mandalorian Creed, which is the actual basis of Mandalorian honor and aspect, why would that be important to you guys? All you care about are really cool fight action scenes. Oh, so then, oh God, this show is so beautiful. So they're gonna try. The idea is that they're gonna try to capture the cargo ship, right? Okay. The 4 of them are gonna go after the ship, and Mando says because there's only 4 of them, they'll need the element of surprise. And then, oh my God, they fly via jetpack to the cargo ship that has stormtroopers standing around looking. What element is the stormtroopers should have by sheer fluke should have seen them coming a mile away. The element of surprise, we're gonna fly where there's actual lookouts all around the cargo ship checking for, oh, I don't know, people flying on jets. Like this is so ridiculous. How does, what level of mental, like, how did, I don't understand how your brain works to not see that and not understand. The show literally had to make the stormtroopers so goddamn stupid just so that the Mandalorian stupid plan would work. We need the element of surprise. So let's fly to the cargo ship that has a lookout. Lord have mercy. And then they fight the stormtroopers, and one of them alerts the ship, the captain anyway. So just, even when the show establishes the stupidity of the element of surprise, it still doesn't even work. So you have the obligatory gunfight scenes, yada yada, whatever. Oh, oh, this is beautiful. I loved it. So the captain This is the stupid that keeps on giving. This is beautiful. The captain asks one of the pilots, how long before we can clear the atmosphere and make the jump to hyperspace? The pilot answers, we can't climb until we leave the harbor. That wasn't the captain's question, moron. The captain's question was how long before we can, enter the atmosphere and go into hyperspace. But the reason the show has the pilot give the captain such a bullshit answer is so that the show can now have it that it takes however long is necessary for the Mandalorians to complete their mission. Like, this is so transparently blatant bullshit. And here's what I mean about this is the stupid that keeps on giving. Because then the captain tells the pilot to start climbing anyway. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing. There's no actual repercussions for not waiting until after they've left the harbor. Well then, why is that a rule that they have to follow? If the harbor doesn't give a damn, like it's not like there's that girl lady on the radio going, hey cargo ship, you're not supposed to be doing this. There's literally, like, nobody even gives them a stern talking to for breaking what's supposed to be a rule. Like, this could have actually provided tension in that you can risk breaking the rules of the harbor, but then you gotta risk the repercussions from the harbor. But you need to do that because you got the Mandalorians who are trying to take over the ship. Except, there are no repercussions, so who gives a rat's ass if you follow the rules? Then we have the final standoff where the guy in the cargo bay is told, just hold them off long enough so they can make the jump to hyperspace. That's all he has to do, right? So all he had to do was close the doors, and that would have stopped the Mandalorians from even getting to the control room. But no, let's wait until they enter, and then literally 5 seconds after the Mandalorians show up, then the guy has all the doors sealed. Why? Because the show needed... This is beautiful. The show needed the Mandalorians to be able to enter the cargo bay control room first, then he could have closed the doors. If he had closed the doors first, the Mandalorians would have never made it to the cargo control bay. And I love this show. The level of stupid they needed to have, they had to force the stormtroopers and the Empire officers to be, just so that I love this show. It's amazing. I don't know how, I can't comprehend the level of bullshit and stupid necessary to write this script. Then, so the Mandalorians take over the cargo ship, the cargo hold, right? And Bo-Katan or whatever says to the captain, imagine what a division of, because they just got the weapons or whatever. She goes, thank you for boxing them all nice and neat for us. Imagine what a division of us could do with all these weapons. Wait a minute. Okay. Hey, show. You just established that Bo-Katan or whatever her name is, okay, has a division of Mandalorians. So why did only 3 of you go to Trask, and when you could have had however many was in your thing? You couldn't. This show established the 3 Mandalorians weren't able to take out the cargo ship by themselves. They needed a 4th Mandalorian. Well, why couldn't, since the show just established that those 3 Mandalorians have a division of Mandalorians, they could have easily have taken 1 or 2 Mandalorians from their own goddamn division, but instead had to wait until hopefully a random Mandalorian just happened to show up, and that's why they were able to do the mission. Because if Mando just didn't happen to just randomly appear on Trask, those 3 Mandalorians would have never done the mission. They would have never gone, hey, let's get another Mandalorian from our own goddamn division. Wow! I am in awe. I am in absolute awe of the brain dead bullshit, stupid, necessary for this plot to continue from point A to point B to point C. It is just fascinating. Oh, I love this show. So then, now remember, the captain wants to jump to hyperspace so that they can rendezvous with the fleet that's at the other end of the jump. So that way, the captain will have the assistance of the entire fleet of the fleet to help deal with the pirates or the Mandalorians in the cargo ship, right? Except, let's ignore the fact that they still haven't, cleared the atmosphere to be able to jump to hyperspace. Oh, by the way, all this time that they've been climbing, because once the Mandalorians reach near the cockpit area, one of them says, we're at 10,000 feet. The cargo ship, all this time that it's been climbing, okay, at basically full speed, right, with the thrusters, only managed to climb 10,000 feet. It had to have been at least 6-7 minutes, okay, of the ship climbing, and the best it could do was 10,000 feet. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Like, if it was still hovering, I'd have gotten it. I would have accepted it. But it's literally on this angle at full thruster speed, and it only managed 10,000 feet. Oh my god! That literally got covered going downwards, okay, in 5 seconds. Whatever, okay. So, I'm watching the captain talking to the hologram of Moff Gideon. And I'm going, what are you doing? The captain says, we need backup. What are you talking about? Your backup is at the other side of the hyper jump, of the hyperspace jump. You can do that anytime you goddamn want. Why would you be asking for backup? You're supposed to go to that. But the show knows that they can't have the cargo ship actually jump to hyperspace, because then that would obviously screw over the story of Mando separating from Baby Yoda. You can't do that. Well, you could, but then that would have been an actual cool, 2 episodes where Mando has to get back to Trask. That would have been interesting, but no, the show doesn't actually want Mando to leave, so instead of going, let's actually jump to hyperspace, crash the ship. My God. You know what? There's more, but there's still so much more after this. But I want to keep this to half an hour. I don't want to, spend an hour doing this. God knows it's probably been a half an hour, if not close. So I gotta stop, because again, there was just so much in this episode. Oh, I loved it. This. I go, why are you talking to Moff Gideon? He's just like, jump to hyperspace. How goddamn hard is 10,000 feet. That's all they climbed. Anyway, I'm out of here. See you in episode 4, I guess. Anyway, see ya.